Pisces, welcome to your tarot spread for the week ahead. I hope all is well on your side of things. So, just taking a look at your oracle cards for this week, you have Courage and the Loving Woman in reverse. So I feel like for some of you, you're having a hard time opening your heart again. I feel like you were burnt in the past. And for a lot of you, it's taking a lot to just be able to invest in the idea of opening up to love once again, let alone extending your love to a specific person, though there may be someone you wish to do so. Maybe there is someone in your life that you wish to express feelings for, but you're feeling unable to do so because you're still healing a past wound. And I also feel like some part of you is feeling that there is no chance of maybe even reconciling with someone from your past, or that if you were to extend your feelings towards this person, they perhaps would not acknowledge it. So there may be some fears around that, but you're being prompted to take the plunge anyway and to extend yourself, because unless you communicate, how could you possibly know, right? So I feel like you're knowing that there's only one way to truly find out. That's if, there is someone in particular that you have feelings for. For others, it's just simply plucking up the courage to take a chance on love again and be open to receiving love that is trying to come your way in general. So now we're going to go over to the Lovers Oracle. It's not often I use this deck, but considering we're now in Cancer season, I figured, yes, let's bring out the Lovers Oracle, seeing as all the feelings are now coming to the surface. Okay, so the card you have from the Lovers Oracle is, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So I'll say that again. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So that's great. So it's essentially reminding you to be open to love, okay? To give thanks for the love that you have in your life in all forms, platonic, romantic, or otherwise, right? The unconditional love that exists, because that's going to open you up to the kind of relationship that you're looking for if you're currently single. It's going to open you up to the love that is also seeking you out, okay? So it's just reaffirming what we've said. Now, with Inanna, the Queen of Heaven and Earth, this is from the Divine Feminine Oracle. It says here in terms of the affirmation, I have nothing to hide, I see and accept all that I am. I have nothing to hide, I see and accept all that I am, okay? So for some of you, I feel like your divine feminine aspect is needing to come back online, that loving, nurturing, sensual aspect of yourself. Perhaps it's been laying dormant for a while because of past wounding, but that's now changing. You're now at a place in time where your wounds have been surfacing in order to be healed. I feel like you are still going through the healing process, but you're slowly coming to this place of acceptance, accepting all aspects of yourself, the good, the bad, and indifferent, however you look at it, right? The things that you perceive as your flaws, the things you perceive as maybe less desirable about you, but you're encouraged to embrace it all, okay? And not feel ashamed for who you are, the things that you hold dear to your heart, your desires, your wishes, right? Your wounding, because it all is a part of your story. Okay, so we'll go into the tarot messages now. This is actually, sadly to say, this week will be the last time that I use this tarot deck in general and personal readings, because this was my original tarot deck and it's getting old, so I want to preserve it because it has a very special place in my heart. So I'm only going to be using them for my readings moving forward. So I hope you enjoyed this spread, as it's one of the last you'll see using this deck. So Yeah, alright, interesting. So we have Temperance, that's Sagittarius energy. Four of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So I feel like this is about healing, okay? As I said, you're very much still in a healing mode. That is evident, okay? So it's important that while you're still healing, while you're still tending to your wounds, while your divine feminine is coming back online, then you're gentle with yourself, okay? This is not a process that can be rushed. It's going to take time. I feel like a lot of heavy emotions are being alchemized still. There's a lot of things that are being resolved behind the scenes. So it's important that you give yourself the time, you're compassionate with yourself, not too harsh, okay? And that you take it step by step. Yes, it's important to remain open. It's important to be open to the love that is available to you in all forms. But it's also important to note that this is obviously a big healing process that you're going through. It's not something that, you know, you can just tie up with a bow in moments, right? So there's going to be aspects to it that continue, even when you perhaps come into a new connection. So as long as you are taking those steps, being understanding of yourself, showing a lot of self-compassion, self-love, you will get there, okay? With the Five of Wands in reverse and the King of Pentacles in reverse, that's Taurus energy. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Taurus. I feel like, again, Five of Wands, Fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. That's speaking of being very clear on what it is that you want. I feel like there's no inner conflict. I feel like you know what it is that you want. You want love. You want love on a deep and profound level. And that's not surprising, Pisces. You are a very emotional, deep, intuitive, psychic, spiritual, a loving sign. When you love with your whole heart. So when it's wounded, it hurts you deeply. But I feel like it won't be long until you're ready to accept the love that is available to you and that is seeking you out, possibly in the form of a new romantic connection. Because now you're becoming increasingly clear, there's no inner conflict. You know this is still what you want. It's just overcoming your fear to be open to it and finding that sense of stability for yourself. Because I feel like right now, that's what you're doing. You're building new foundations for yourself. I feel like in the past you were dealing with someone, possibly a Taurus, that was not stable, that was not investing, that was not giving, not nurturing, right? Maybe they were not committal. And that's why you have some reservations over opening your heart once again, because you do not want to be dealing with a King of Pentacles in reverse. You want a King of Pentacles in the upright. And do not regard the genders here. This is just energy, okay? But the thing is, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Magician. So you are manifesting a new connection into your life, whether you're conscious of it or not. This is something that you are bringing into fruition. So as I said, love is seeking you out because you are also seeking it out, whether you realize it or not. However, there is a danger of self-sabotaging with the Five of Swords because of your fear. So it's important that you don't let your fear get the better of you. And especially not assuming the worst, you know, because Swords also talks about mind games, the mental state. So not playing mind games with yourself, assuming that anyone that comes along is going to be like whoever you just dealt with and whatever situation you've just left behind. It's important that we don't go down that way of thinking, because otherwise we can unknowingly sabotage new connections. Alright, so you have the King of Cups. That is Scorpio energy for me. So you could be coming into contact with a Scorpio, possibly have it in your chart, Pisces. Maybe you have a very water heavy chart. This could also represent you. Doesn't have to be Scorpio, right? This can be you in your divine masculine aspect. So this is the thing, especially with the Ace of Swords, air energy. I feel like you've learned a lot from these experiences. Yes, it was painful, but you have matured greatly when it comes to your emotions. You are now more emotionally stable and self-aware than you've ever been, which means you have an opportunity to turn the situation around. There may even be someone coming towards you wanting to heal the connection, But I feel like you are in a much more empowered energy now as a result of this situation. You grew tremendously. And now you know exactly what it is that you want and what you don't want, what you will settle for and what you won't, what you're willing to fight for and what you're not. There is no inner conflict at this point because, like I said, you've kind of significantly matured. You know exactly where you stand and how you feel. And no one can convince you of otherwise, right? Because you're embodying your own inner truth. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I feel like this is about, a situation you've left behind or you are leaving behind. But I feel like this is already over and done with. Again, there was no movement here. There was no progress, right? This was never going to bring something fruitful to the table because this person was not, they were not energetically present. They were not stable. They were not committed. They were not invested like you were. So this was not going anywhere, essentially. That's why the wheel had stopped turning. I'm going to shuffle that again because I'm not sure what way that way it's come up. Okay. Right, now it's clear. It's the exact same cards, but it's clear which way they want to come up, so I'll take it. Yeah, so there was a lot of change that was brought about from this situation in terms of what's happening with you internally. But the situation itself with the person you were dealing with, there was no progress at all. I feel like whatever progress was made in the past had come to a complete halt because this person was not serious, okay? With the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you're aware of how much you have to give, what you're willing to invest into a connection, but only when it's something that is based on truth, where there is moral standing, when there is a mutual agreement here. With the Two of Swords as well, with the Ace, I feel like you know exactly what you're willing to give, what you're willing to put into a connection, but it has to be based on integrity, honesty, transparency, communication. So the person you're dealing with has to match you in values, morals. Otherwise, you're not going to invest. Why would you, right? It's a waste of your time. But I feel like now you know exactly where you stand. Now you know exactly what boundaries you have, and you have no problems expressing that moving forward, so you don't feel like you're going to waste your time again. But I feel like a final decision still needs to be made here with regards to this King of Pentacles in reverse, because it's not quite over. There's unfinished business here that requires wrapping up before you can start the new cycle. Yeah, Four of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So you have the Queen to the King of Pentacles. This could be Cancer, right? This is Cancer's card, so you could be dealing with a Cancer. You could have it in your chart. This could be you in your Divine Feminine, though, right? But we do have a pairing here, so I honestly believe that there is a new connection on the way to you. I felt that from the beginning. But in order for it to come into fruition, you still have to close out this last chapter for good. Because I feel like, especially with the Four of Cups in reverse, just clarifying it at the end there, I feel like this person, they're still having some sway over your energy. I feel like you're keeping yourself off the market because you're still energetically attached to this person, even though you may have physically walked away. So there is a need to bring some kind of final judgment on this situation, on your connection with this person, so you can truly energetically free yourself from it and be open to potentially a new love that really is trying to enter your life. Because I feel like this is something that's going to be completely unmatched to what you've experienced in the past, Pisces. But it all begins with demonstrating with acts of self-love. It always begins with self-love before true new love can come in. So Pisces, I really hope this reading helped. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings are published. All forms of support are greatly appreciated. So I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.